Typhoon Kiko may have spared mainland Cagayan from landfall, but the typhoon's strong winds are still affecting the province. To tell us more, we have with us this morning Cagayan Governor Manny Mamba. Gov Manny, magandang umaga po.
Ay, magandang umaga rin, Risa, at magandang umaga rin po sa lahat na nakikinig sa ating programa.
Governor Manny, would like to check kung kamusta po kayo dyan. How has the typhoon affected the province?
Well, thank God, no? God is really good, no? Kahit paano, it never had any landfall dito on any part of the province, no? We had some not really strong winds, no, in the island or along the northeastern towns of Cagayan. Strong winds only hit part of Calayan, and we have preemptively evacuated about 870 families who are now going back to their homes, and we don't have any reported missing person, no reported casualty, and maybe very, very minimum damage on crops if there is any damage at all.
Gov, you mentioned that evacuation took place. Would like to know what aid the government provided for those evacuees, and are there still going to be aid for those that have returned to their homes?
Not really, no. We're running out of that kind of assistance at this point in time. We just fed them. We have food assistance for them. They had breakfast this morning, and we're expecting all of them to be hitting home already. About half of that, no? We have about 2,700 individuals. About half of that were taken in by their neighbors. Now we have the Adopt a Neighbor program here every time we have this kind of disaster. Kaya kahit paano naman, no? In spite the fact that there is COVID scare here, some of the neighbors even tried to get into their neighbors for the Adopt a Neighbor program that we have every time we have a disaster.
Governor Manny, again, for bulletins regarding, of course, evacuation efforts, should there be any, where can your constituents find them?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just in case, Gov, that evacuation would still be needed, where can they get information?
Well, almost every town and every barangay have their evacuation centers. No, usually it's the schools, no, and every barangay in the province now also set up their own isolation center, or isolation unit for COVID asymptomatic patients. And these evacuation centers are usually in the barangay itself, no? Kung saan pinakamalapit talaga na pwedeng mapuntahan, katulad ng eskwela, katulad ng gymnasium, no? And sometimes even barangay halls are used, no? And some of these facilities too were used as isolation center in every barangay, because we encourage every barangay to have their own isolation centers for asymptomatic cases, no? And that is the reason why we also downloaded funds for them from the provincial government. And
thank you.
Why,
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please.
Hello. No, go ahead, Governor.
Yeah. That is why it was quite easy for us, no, to evacuate people, because we have predestined isolation and predestined evacuation center in practically all barangays too. So if you want to find, but it's usually in the barangay.
Well, thank you, Governor, for sharing with us those information, and stay safe. That's Governor Manny Mamba of Cagayan.